Is not at all what Noah's Ark looked like. I'm going to prove it and I'm going to show you because it's currently in the sky. Yes, it sounds crazy. I believe that this is definitive proof that we are in the season of the rapture.
I'm interested to know, just like right off the bat, what she means by Noah's Ark is in the sky. Um, I've seen this video before. I was actually on my trip to the Ark, conveniently enough, when I saw this video at first. But let's just hear what she has to say.
So I started taking Genesis word by word a few months ago, and I started to realize I feel like I can speak for us as a collective. We don't have the right picture of what the ark would have truly looked like.
So let me stop you right there. So she's gonna quote verses from Genesis 6. So will I, starting in verse 15. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high, which comes out to about 45 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet tall, which is a lot of room. So those are three dimensions right there. So there, first off the bat, even if she's gonna, try to assume that the arc is a circle, right? We have three dimensions, so we know it would at least have to be a, some sort of a oval shape, which is kind of what the arc is like, coincidentally.
So the first thing that set me off to this was I started discussing this in videos like 2 or 3 months ago. The word for roof, when God tells Noah to build it into the ark, is Sohar, I think is how you say it. In Hebrew, it means a light window or a gemstone window.
So God also gives Noah instructions on how to build the roof. In verse 16, make a roof for it, leaving below the roof an opening 1 cubit high all around. So he is telling Noah, right, put a cap on the ark so, no rain can get in, but then also leave it open all the way around. One, so that they can see out and see the storms, but two, just so they have daylight during the day. And this would, reduce the need for windows around the base where all the water is going to be splashing in and everything, but then they'll at least have some light during the day.
In the Greek, like the Septuagint, what the apostles would have been reading, the translation from the Hebrew to the Greek, it's Lorda, which means light portal. So that's strike one.
Which is where
Strike
the
two,
daylight would come in, but
it
it's
says
not the
that the
topic.
ark was sealed on the inside and the outside with pitch. So we all, including myself, had this idea that the ark would be like a wood color, like a light brown. That's pitch. This is the correct material that the ark would have been sealed with. So that's strike two. So far, it has a light portal slash window. It's actually black and covered with an asphalt type material.
So I really don't think that anyone looks at the arc and they think of like some light wood. It's obviously going to be some type of darker, color. Do we assume that the arc was black? No, because I mean we saw there the pitch was purple. When it would dry, it would more so look like a dark brown. But I really don't think the color of the wood is like exactly important. But I mean, interesting fact, I guess.
But wait, there's more. Of course, there always is. So the word used for ark in Hebrew and in Greek is used twice in the Bible. It's for Noah's Ark and also Moses' basket that he's put in as a baby. So in the Greek especially, there's like 10 plus words that they could have used for all different kinds of ships and things of that nature. And yet they chose the same word that was used for Moses' basket. And it's crazy because the word itself doesn't even directly mean basket. It means like a safety box.
I love how she said safety, not necessarily box, but what was the purpose of the ark during the flood? To keep God's people safe, right? To keep the eight people who believed in God safe, right? What was the purpose of Moses' basket? To keep Moses safe from the persecution. Yeah, safety lines up with me.
Like the Ark of the Covenant. So Noah's Ark, Ark of the Covenant, Moses' basket, Revelation 11:9.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. How does the Ark of the Covenant work its way in here? I saw what she did there. What's going on here?
Where God's temple in heaven was opened and the ark of his covenant was seen within his temple. Yes, this is the exact same word used. I always thought that John was like seeing in the spiritual, but that's until
I'm not exactly sure how Revelation works its way into this. First, we went from talking about Noah's Ark to Moses' basket, and now we're talking about the Ark of the Covenant. I'm really not sure what the Ark of the Covenant has to do with this, but
I started seeing the ark about a month or two ago. You can see this on some webcams.
I'm not quite sure what she means by webcams. If she's talking about, webcams like I'm doing now, if someone holds up a replica of the Ark of the Covenant, sure. Are you going to see a webcam pointing towards the sky? Are you going to see a representation of heaven opening and seeing an Ark of the Covenant? I really doubt it, guys. Use your discernment, please. I really doubt, me personally, that the sky is going to open up and you're going to see revealed to you the Ark of the Covenant. This specifically was being revealed to John, and this was everything that John was supposed to record. And I also just coincidentally, not really, because everything happens on God's timing, I recently went to the Ark exhibit in Kentucky and actually got to see everything. I got to see the math behind it. I got to see all of the measurements, and I got to see it how it would actually be laid out, and it was very cool. I saw this video actually while I was on that trip, and I just really wanted to make a reaction to it because I just thought it was super interesting, very fascinating how the timing was, and I just really wanted to make a video about it. Um, I hope this girl was not claiming that the ark would have been a circle, just like, Moses' basket, because that is a myth from another culture that I learned about that I forget the name, but it's there. You guys can look it up for yourself. But I was like, I should probably make a video about this, just clarifying some things. So I'm really not sure if that was supposed to be a jab at the biblical arc or not. Like the clear picture, honestly, that we get from Genesis 6. I know before she's made several jabs at Stuart Connectly, just simply because of the way his eyes and his teeth look. Not really sure what's up with this girl, honestly, but continue to use your discernment, guys. Could we be in the end times and times of the rapture? Not really sure. But just like in the parable that Jesus gave, us as the servants in the case of the parable, we need to stand at the door and wait for the master to come back. We can't be, when Jesus comes back, we can't be caught lacking. So, God bless, guys. Use your discernment.